Guys, it's Simmer Rose here with something a little bit different today. Um, Today I am doing, it's not really a house build, I'm calling it a renovation because this was a pre-existing house that I downloaded from Mod The Sims called Wisteria Hill, a Grand Victorian estate by Ruthless_KK. And it is a beautiful build by itself. I am by no means renovating it because I don't like what Ruthless KK did. It's a gorgeous build. I have in fact considered using it for historical purposes, but also it wouldn't be true to the build because there were some expansion and store packs that I didn't have that were required, so it needed renovating anyway. But my goal here was to replicate something that they have at my college, actually. My college, there are traditional dorms, but a lot of our housing, especially for freshmen, are mansions. They are literally like old mansions that people used to live in like back in the day, and they're renovated to be dorms. So that is what I'm trying to replicate with this build. So basically right now, I started with the upstairs. So these are going to be the girls' dorms. So the idea for this build, or this renovation rather, is that this is a mansion that is intended to have college students living in it, owned by university and all that. So there are beds and desks and bookshelves and, you know, things hanging on the walls that young adults would enjoy, and, you know, decoration. I spent a lot of time with the decor on this build because I wanted it to have personality. I wanted it to be clear that there were college students living in these dorms. And I will say that this building and the way that I renovated it is like vastly nicer than anything on campus that I lived in. Like, the mansion I lived in was trash. It was disgusting. It was the oldest building on campus, and it was so awful, and I hated every second of living there. But you know, this is The Sims, so I could you know, step it up a little bit. It didn't have to be, you know, exactly true to how I actually lived my college life. So, and you know, I've not gonna say what it is, but I have been considering using this building in a series eventually, like very far down the line. Like, I'm not looking into using it at all, like, soon. Like, very far. Like, one of my 3 series that's happening right now has to end first. But I really do want to do a challenge involving, like, students, if that's enough of a hint for anybody. And I wanted it to be, I wanted them to be rich. I want it to be a very wealthy institution that these kids belong to. So hopefully that's not too much of a spoiler. Right now I'm working on one of the bedrooms. It was a bit tricky trying to fit 2 beds in each room. I think the max for the girls were 2. There are some, the boys' rooms, which are downstairs, which are in a separate video, some of those had to be 3 or 4 people to a room, just because of the way that the layout worked. Yeah, I'm just putting some shelving next to the bed, which I put decor in later, and I think I don't know, I just, like, it looks like it's part of the bed, like, and that was the intention, that it's like IKEA furniture, like, attached to the bed, which I thought was really cool. What am I doing? Oh, now I'm just putting that that corkboard thing in there. Blah, blah, blah. Doing the bathroom. I love that bathroom. That's a gorgeous bathroom. I would live in that bathroom. Not, I wouldn't live in the bathroom. I would live in a building with that bathroom. I tried to keep the integrity of the build as much as I could. I mean, I had to shift around the walls a little bit, as you saw for, like, you know, rooms. I had to shift for that bathroom right here, and for the bathroom in that 2-bedroom with the IKEA shelving that we just talked about. This is the only single in the girls' dorms. So this is the only girl that will have her own room in the whole building. You have to pay extra for singles on my campus. I wonder if they do that on this school too. um, what was I saying? Yes, the integrity of the build. I really tried to keep it because, and the problem with the mansions on my campus as well is that they've like gutted them so many times to keep them like up to code and renovated that like the integrity of, for the like most of them, the integrity, the original integrity of the, you know, the history of the build isn't there anymore, which is a shame because they are beautiful buildings, and there are one or two that are so gorgeous even now in this day and age. And I wanted that to ring true for this build. I really wanted the students to get to experience living in this historical home. It really is special when you get to live in something this beautiful. So I definitely wanted to keep the integrity of the build, but also while keeping in mind that these are college students and that they were going to, you know, put their little decorations in, and you'll see those later. But right now I'm decorating very like lavishly, like there are plants everywhere and stuff. And like most college students don't like bring plants to their dorm, but like my headcanon, if you will, is that the owners of this school are interested in keeping the historical integrity of the home, and so they insist on keeping, you know, plants around and everything, and keeping everything very exquisite and elegant and very just very posh, if you will. But most of the things, like the things hanging on the wall and the rugs, those I will say, and the things on the shelves, those I will say were brought to the dorms by the students. Yeah, I'm doing some recoloring now, because how I usually do things when I do a build, or when I like do a renovation, like a decorate like this, I usually just lay out all the furniture and lay out all the walls first, and then I go back and use Create a Style to make everything match, and decoration and everything comes later. That's like the last thing I do when I do a build. How long have I been talking? I have not been talking for that long at all. It feels like I've been talking forever. Yeah, I am not used to talking for this long without doing anything. I'm literally staring at my computer, watching the build happen right now. I think the bedroom that we're in right now, I think this is my favorite. My idea for this bedroom was that, because this is definitely like the fanciest, like this is the most posh bedroom. I mean, like there's very elegant purples and everything in there. And my idea for that one is that, and that's the only bedroom that has double beds, and that is a double. It's not meant for 4 girls. So the 2 girls that share that room have a double bed to themselves. And my idea for that room was that the snobbiest and richest girls of the school snag that room. Well, on the other hand, this bedroom right here, I wanted it to be for a very reclusive girl. I've got some fairy lights up there that I downloaded from Tumblr, #SoTumblr. And that one green room is very earthy. This room doesn't have a particular theme to it, just, you know, girls doing their thing, putting some posters up. Oh, that girl likes Marilyn Monroe, clearly. Whoever this girl is, she likes Marilyn. I've also decided that the curtains came with the school. The students did not bring their curtains. I don't think we're allowed to bring curtains into our dorms for some reason. The lamps were brought by the students, though. Some of them. I mean, some, like those, like that yellow one right there, were probably with the original house, but like that flower lamp that I just put on the desk, like a student definitely brought that. I love that I'm like talking about this as if it's real. Yeah, now I'm decorating these shelves, putting a little picture frame, a basket, a tissue box, some clothing, some books. Got another basket there, and yeah, I use a lot of the resizer and the one more slot package thing. Like that is like the only reason my builds look good, is because of the resizer and the one more spot thing. And I can't remember who was the creator of that, but if you Google Sims 3 resizer, I think they're on Mod the Sims, and there's a link to their blog on Mod the Sims. They are incredible. Like all of my builds would not be the same without that. Like you could not place any of the things I just placed without their resizer. It's a godsend. Like, it's amazing. Like, this entire build was done with the resizer and with the one more slot package thingy. Now I'm decorating the other girl's bed. Yeah, I'm just picking out some stuff. Wanted to put a pillow on her bed. I think it really adds to the realism of the build if you have all this decor. And I mean, it takes a long time. Like when you speed past it, you can't really tell how long it takes, but like the buttons and stuff that's required to move everything the way you, and like place it the way you want it, takes a very long time. Right now, I'm putting decor into this room. Clearly, whoever has this room likes dance. They are a ballet dancer. As you saw all of the ballet pictures that I decided to put on the wall there. This person has a little curtain to divide from the rest of the room, and I imagine that the girl who does ballet is the one that has the bed on the outside with the ballet over it, and then the girl behind the curtain is a bit more edgy. Not really much into the ballet, but doesn't really have much of a choice but to have it in a room, because #roommates. I have some roommate horror stories, let me tell you. There was an incident my freshman year with the girl having sex with her boyfriend whilst me and the other girl were asleep, because we were three to a room. So the one was, doing it while me and the other girl were sleeping, and he was always there. Like, there was one time my dad was visiting, and the boyfriend was there when my dad showed up, so the boyfriend had to hide under a blanket the whole time my dad was there. It was just really terrible. And I mean, she ended up moving out of that room, actually moving down the hall, because I think she got the vibe that I hated her, which I didn't. I did not hate her. I just didn't approve of a lot of her choices, and she was, kind of annoying to live with, but she's a good person. Like, I didn't hate her, I just didn't like that her boyfriend was always there, and I told her that, and she got my RA involved, and I told my RA that I just didn't like her boyfriend being there all the time, but she moved anyway, so, good riddance. A little plush Minnie Mouse over there, I love that. I don't remember where I got that from, but that's like one of my favorite pieces of CC ever. Some old decor. Oh, that corner of the desk is like in the wall. I wonder if I fixed that. Probably not. And then I had crappy roommates at the beginning of this year too. But I myself ended up moving out and living with my best friend on the 3rd floor of the same building. And now me and my friend have an apartment together off campus. We are renting an actual apartment together, which is super exciting. No more dorms, no more RAs, no more, we can have alcohol. I am not 21. I am not even close. I am still 19. All of my friends will be 21 and I will be turning 20 because I'm an October baby. Leave a comment if you feel this struggle, if you are a late bloomer of your year, because I hate it. Like, my friend is like, yeah, we can drink alcohol. And I was like, I mean, we can, but you're the only one that's allowed to do it legally. But, like, am I still going to drink alcohol in our apartment? Yes, I am. And I mean, like, I'm not like an alcoholic. Like, I don't mean to sound like I party all the time. Like, I really don't. Like, compared to the rest of the theater department, I surely am not a partier. But I just like to have a good time sometimes, release some stress, all that jazz. And we're back to the earthy room. We've got some, like, dragon statuette over there, resized to make it bigger. I imagine the girl who has this room is very hip and very indie, if that makes sense. I have a friend that I actually had in mind when I was making this room. She's a vegan, and she's, like, super in touch. Like, she does yoga, so she's, like, super in touch with, like, herself, and she's very centered, and she's just really cool. And that's exactly who I had in mind when I was doing this build. Now, see, this girl, I know I said that the plants were put there by the school, but I feel like the girl that I have in mind for this room would bring her own plants. Like, this shelf here is, my headcanon is that those are all her plants. She has her own little shelf of plants. Yeah, I think this room is super cute. It's very, very springy and earthy, and lots of greens. I like it. And green is not my favorite color. Like, I honestly don't like the color green, but when it's used tastefully, I don't mind it, if that makes sense. I don't even know what that thing is. It's like a little alien little plush alien dude from By Debug, but I use it. Oh, and we're back to my favorite room, the snob room, if you will. Um, I would take this room, but I am not a snob, nor am I rich, so I probably would not get this room. If this building was at my school, I would not get this room. Um, but yeah, I'm just adding some clutter. Kiwi Simming, one of my favorite sim YouTubers ever. She always talks about putting clutter in her builds, and I 100% agree. It makes everything look more realistic. And these girls are rich, but they also have a lot of stuff, so it lays around, particularly in front of the mirror, because that's where they spend a lot of their time. Um, I find when building, I actually got this from a builder on here. She's not very popular, but all of her builds are gorgeous. She's known as Mandy Mod on here. She said that when you do a build, if you come up with a personality for the person that will be living in that room, it is easier to decorate and make a theme. And she's absolutely right. That's what I did for every single one of these rooms. Is I came up with the type of girl that would be living in this space, and the types of conflicts that would happen between roommates. And it was so helpful when deciding what to put in these rooms and how to decorate them. Like, even just this room alone, like, we can tell that these girls, these are the rich girls because this is the big room and they have lots of stuff. And the other room was the dancer room because she's a ballerina, and the other room was the earthy vegan yoga girl room. I don't know what you call those people. I can't really be bothered with yoga. Like, I have too much anxiety to like focus for that long. Although I've been told that yoga helps with anxiety, so like maybe that's something I should look into. But all in due time. I'm working on it in therapy, guys. Okay. I did not know I had so many cool lamps in my game. Like, all of the lamps I'm putting on these desks are like new to me, and I love all of them. Like, you can't see it. Like, I mean, I love the one that you can see right now, but the one on the other desk, it's like a little, it's like flower petals around the bulb. Like, not the cartoonish one from the other room. Like, maybe I'll go back. You'll see. I hope. Putting some purses in. A little bin. Oh yeah, I go back and put hampers in all their rooms later because you don't go to college without a hamper. Putting some curtain. Oh, that light, that white light right there behind the black scrapbook. I think that's so pretty. Oh, and I made it bigger. No, I didn't. I just made it so I could put exactly where I want it. Yes, because when you place things on surfaces in The Sims, it does not let you place it exactly, but the one more slot package does let you do that. Oh, I also did a lot of resizing of radios, so that it would look like they had like tiny, because the radio was a little too big to put on a desk, but like I don't know, I just wanted them all to have little radios in their room. I think that's cool. It's like before people had like iPods. I mean, I personally have like it's like a handle, like it's an alarm radio, but it's a CD player and you could plug your iPod into it, and it was the radio. It was really cool at the time that I got it. That's what I imagine those to be. This is back from a simpler time, I guess. Did any of you guys have one of those? iPod, radio, CD player, all in one, and there was a handle. But it was like the old iPod, like the long, flat plug, not the tiny one that's with current iPhones and iPods, like the old one. Who else remembers that? Because I have one of those, and it is currently on a shelf in my closet. I just actually shoved it up there with boxes that I'm never going to see again. Not never see again, never use again, probably. I'm just giving them some chairs. These chairs, I decided, did not come from the school. These girls brought their own chairs, their own lounge chairs. Oh my gosh, I forgot how cute I made that chair. Look at how cute that chair is. That is like the cutest rainbow chair ever. I would use that chair. I would. I love that chair. Yes, now I'm going in and putting in hampers. Oh, and I'm also putting, I put radios, like I said, I put radios in like all of their rooms. And I made them tiny radios by using the resizer, which is a godsend. None of my builds would look the way they do if it wasn't for the resizer. I cannot stress that enough. It is incredible. Like, I'm pretty sure if I removed the resizer from my game, like, my entire game would look incorrect. Everything would be wrong. Everything would be messed up. It is, like, essential to my gameplay now. It's a problem. It's an addiction. But it just was made really well, and I would like to personally thank the creator, but I can't remember who they are. But if I Googled it, I could find out. And you guys can too. If you're a builder, I would highly recommend it. I mean, I don't know what it does to your game performance-wise. Like, maybe that's why my game is really bad performance-wise. But I mean, my game was always bad performance-wise, so I don't want to blame the creator. But I would definitely recommend it if you're a builder. I mean, look at all those. Like, I wouldn't be able to place any of that where I wanted it, or make anything smaller if it wasn't for this mod. So I highly, highly recommend if you're a builder. So takeaway points for this, get the resizer / one more slot package, and come up with personalities for all the rooms you create. Oh, and now we're jumping into some screenshots. Yay! Okay, well, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and don't forget that this is not my original build. It was made by Ruthless KK on Mod The Sims, called Wisteria Hill, a Grand Victorian estate. I just edited the inside to make it look livable for college students. The original build is still gorgeous. You can still download it and play with it as is, but I just wanted to spice it up for the purposes of my own gameplay, and I wanted to share it with you guys because I worked really hard on it, and I think what I did is really cool, and I hope you guys agree. So don't forget to leave a comment what you guys think, answer all the questions I asked in this video, and give this video a thumbs up and to subscribe. And don't forget to stay tuned for part 2 of the renovation, which would be the boys' dorms and the common area / kitchen / laundry room area. So stay tuned, and this is Simmer Rose. Have a great day, you guys.